Yay! Got some people on. I like some of the names on here. How's everyone doing? Give me a thumbs up or something. Is everyone doing okay? A thumbs up, a high 10. Yay. Cool. How's school going? Give me another thumbs up. All right, we'll get started because a lot of people are on and ready to go. I see some of the responses, sorry, about the school question. Hey, at least we have school going right to help us get better and grow. All right, now I gotta get ready. All right, is everyone ready? This is gonna be a good one. I hope you guys have your notebooks out and a pen because we're about to get started, and this is not just gonna help you now, but forever. All right, so I hope everyone is doing okay and staying healthy, most of all, and staying home, because that's very important. I know at this time it can be a little scary, and but no, we could all get through this. The one thing that we can control right now is how we think. And I want you guys to focus on what you can control. And that's going to be the overall theme for today. As you know, we can't control what's going on outside of the house. We can't control people. We can't control the virus. But we can control how we think and what we do. So those are only two things that, in my opinion, we can do at the moment is just focus on how we think and what we do at this time. For those that are not sure what the topic is today, the topic is transform your game even during times of uncertainty. How to mentally be relaxed and flexible in less than ideal conditions. Okay, so I hope this helps everybody. Okay, so what can we control? We can control what we watch, most importantly. I know a lot of people may want to know what's going on in the news. But if some of us are stressing out right now, or scared or panicking, I hope not. A lot of you guys are going through that. But if you are, the news is not something you want to be watching all the time. I would maybe suggest after you get your morning routine down, I know you guys have school probably right now too, but maybe like once or twice your parents could tell you what's going on, or your friends will probably let you know. But even tell your parents, they don't need to watch the news all the time. Just maybe 2 updates a day would be good, because if you really need to know something, someone will let you know. And like I said, the news is not going to help your mentality or just really your well-being at the moment, because most of the news is not good. So I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but that's something that we can control, right? Okay, our actions is something that we can control. So a lot of my friends have been saying, I am so bored. I'm like, oh my God. Aki and I are actually like super excited to, I mean, we're sad that we can't be able to spend time with you guys and be able to work in your games one-on-one or as a group right now at the moment. But we're excited to build other things that we do have control over. So as you can see over here, kind of embarrassing, but here's our battle boards. It like took up the whole entire living room. But since we can't see you guys in person, we're trying to create ways to help our students out in any way possible. So yeah, that's basically our wallpaper right now. But instead of just sitting around after homework or going to school online, think about what you want, not just what you can do, but what you can learn from this situation, right? Like we've learned actually a lot of things over the last year that we really couldn't put into place at the very moment, as in like the last couple months, just because we're just working on so many other things. But we've realized, oh my God, this is the time. So think about what you want to work on, what you want to get better at. Work on your golf game in your backyard. I don't know if you guys have all seen our private Facebook page. We sent it mostly to your parents, but we've been putting up some things to work on, some activities, not just drills, but I'm going to put on some drills soon. But to continue to work on your game, because do you want to, how do you want to feel after this all gets better? Do you want to feel scared and nervous, or excited and ready to, get out there and show us your game? Okay. Read books, work on your hobbies. I'm not saying play Call of Duty the whole entire day after school and homework. But take the time to do that, because I know when it was normal, there was a lot of things going on. But yeah, take advantage of the time that you have now. Maybe you probably have more time now than before, but take that time to, rest and get in your hobbies. But take advantage of this time where you're spending more time with your family, I'm sure. Just create, you can create better connections. We'll talk more about that later. But deepen your relationships, get to know your friends more, talk to them, call them, FaceTime them, see how they're doing. And really, really hone in on your schoolwork too. Become the leader that you want to be, and better your grades. This is the time to also, get your grades better. If you're maybe struggling the last couple weeks or months, maybe this is, the universe gave you this time to work on the things that you need to, or the things that you want to more. But, really focus on being productive as well. So I wanted to share with you a quote from my mentor, Brendan Burchard. He said, "A person's gratitude for life is most demonstrated in their time management." I'm going to repeat that again. A person's gratitude for life is most demonstrated in their time management. So take advantage of your time, plan, be productive. Okay? Be that role model. Be a role model to your friends and family members who may be not doing so well at this time. I know, being super transparent right now, Maybe there's families that are struggling, and you know, check up on them, check up and see if they need anything. Um, I have a story, I guess I want to share about Charlotte yesterday hit her head um, on the floor. Actually, she was walking out of the bathroom, and she fell and hurt her head, and she was crying really, really hard because it sounded like it was a big bump. And so I started kind of freaking out a little bit, and then Aki's like, stop, like that doesn't help her to feel better and to her to maybe change her thoughts. And I was like, why? She's, she's not doing great. And Aki's like, yeah, she's fine. And he gave me the example of if someone got in a really bad accident and something happened to their arm, you're not gonna be like, oh my God, look at your arm, and have them focus on it. You're gonna have them, try and focus on something else so they feel comfortable. That's what we want, right, at this time. Something that I've been really working on these last couple months is to be grateful. To be grateful for what you have instead of what you don't. And yeah, just being grateful for what we have, because at this time, being grateful and writing it down, most importantly, like in the mornings or anytime really, when you're stressed out or you're not feeling 100% mentally, spiritually, emotionally, just writing it down and thinking about it, even thinking about it, will help you stay centered and focused and calm and collected. Does that make sense? So think about what you do have right now. Think about the house that you get to be in right now, the roof that's over your head, the food that you do get at the supermarkets, just anything and everything. 3 to 5 things. One lady said, I write down 7 things in the morning of what I'm grateful for. Whatever just helps you get more centered, more calm and focused for the day, or on whatever you need to do. I think that's super helpful. So I hope you guys take that to heart and write that down. Also, I wanted to take this time right now to have you guys or your parents or whoever, if you guys need anything, please let us know. We'll do our very best to help you guys out. And I want to share a story later, so kind of a neat story. I also want you guys to remember that everything happens for a reason. And remember, this live cast is not just for right now, but this is for future things that are going to come up. But and it may be hard to understand at the moment, but there's 2 reasons I've came up with, just in times of uncertainty or unknown. That one, it's a learning moment. Maybe the universe wants us to learn something at this time that's going to help us during future times of obstacles. That can help us with our confidence and courage that I can get through anything. Okay, so that's one reason why I think things happen. And then timing. Just like with Aki and I's projects that we've been wanting to do, we never got to it because we're focused on other things that was a priority at the time. But with this going on, we now have opportunities to continue to grow and learn about ourselves and with our business. And yes, unfortunately, things got postponed or canceled, but maybe it just wasn't meant to be for now. We don't have all the answers to everything, but if we can remember those two things, that it's a learning experience or an opportunity, um, I think we could move on faster and be productive with during that time. Does that make sense? Is everyone still with me? Is everyone still awake? I hope. Okay. So everything happens for a reason, and sometimes it's tough to get through it, but we can't give up, right? We got to keep going. We got to keep finding ways, and I'm going to help you guys do that today. I want you guys to also use those two thoughts when you play golf too. If we can incorporate this mindset, I feel like you're going to be able to be less stressed and, like I said, be able to move on faster when you're on the golf course, anywhere really. Think about a time on the golf course where you couldn't let go of your last shot, for example. If when you were disappointed, or just feeling any kind of emotion. Remember this. No amount of self-sabotage will get you anywhere. So even if you had a bad shot, negative self-talk is not going to help you get through those times as well as you can. And I'll explain further. But yeah, feeling that disappointment and continuing to keep it in your head, or saying, oh my God, why did I do that? Or I can't believe I did that. I practiced. None of those things are going to serve you to help you and to help you have a better game. There's something else I wanted to share about that. Okay, hopefully that comes back into my mind. But be nice to yourself, and things are just going to get better. Okay? So let's now talk about what we can focus on and what we can control out on the golf course. I'll tell you a couple of things that you can and cannot. So when you go out on the golf course, you cannot control the new conditions that you've never experienced before. For example, what if you had a high school match and you guys played at a golf course that you didn't have the time to go see? You knew that the greens maybe you didn't know anything about the conditions. You never played there. You can't control that. So let it go. Excuse me. You can't control who you play with. You might get paired up with someone who talks a lot, someone you think that you want to not maybe play with them again, or someone who's complaining. Unfortunately, you can't control who you play with. You can control your focus. You can even talk to them. And I would suggest that. Let me give you an example. So I was playing in my players ability test to get my PGA membership. And I don't remember exactly, but I know I talked to these two girls that I was playing with. It was a 36-hole test. So I knew I had to stay focused for a long time, like 8 hours almost. And so I don't know, I think it was at the beginning of the round, and I was like, oh, and we're starting to talk and, you know, get a little bit maybe off focus. And so I was feeling that. And so I told them, oh, you know what? I really want to play well today. So I must have said something like, I'm going to really focus on my game. So, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I'm going to really focus on my game and I'm not going to talk too much. So don't take it personally. And I ended up doing well. But I did probably feel a little bit shy to mention that. And I still feel kind of shy that I said that. But I'm so glad I did, because if I didn't speak up for myself, then I maybe wouldn't have, I knew probably I wouldn't have passed because I was super close. But yeah, speak up and that will help you out. You can't control the wind. You can do your best to play through it. I remember a time when I played at, I think it was CIF qualifying. I think it was. And I didn't know the conditions. I did maybe know that it was going to be windy, but I didn't know how tough it was going to be. And it was really, really windy. I think it was like, I don't know how fast the wind was blowing, but it was pretty tough. But I practiced, I believe, I'm sure I did, because I knew the conditions. But all I can do was do my best. So can't control that, but like I said, you can control how you think and what you can do. You can't control your swing that day, unfortunately, or really any day when you're on the golf course. And I know some of you guys probably know all these things, but it's just a reminder that these are some of the things that you can't control, and you just got to do your best. And you can't, no point in being negative, no point of self-sabotaging yourself. You just got to keep moving on and to the best of your ability. I wrote down here as an example, you can't control your swing, and it's like a multiple choice test. You can't go back and be like, okay, is that how I'm supposed to do it? You just have to go with what you have. If you know for sure this is like something in your golf swing, something in your golf swing that you can change, go ahead and do it. But if you're not sure, just go with what you have and just aim more left or more right, wherever, to help you keep the ball in play. Okay. Kind of late, but for those that don't know me, my name is Seiko Matsumura. I am a PGA teaching professional, and I help golfers reach their goals through personal development and skill development. So hopefully you can tell that I'm super excited to be here today to help you guys with a very important topic during this time and forever. This virus is not the only obstacle that you're ever going to have to face, unfortunately. There's going to be times of uncertainty, where times we don't know for sure what's going to happen. But I'm going to give you 10 strategies and tools that will help you get through this time and other tough situations that may come up. This, I hope, will help you on and off the golf course. So, have you wondered what you can be doing these times of uncertainty? Like, I know you guys can't practice at the golf course, but do you know what you can do in your backyard or in your garage, wherever you can practice? I also want to challenge you on something. Like I mentioned before, I asked the same question. Are you going to be the one nervous on how your game is going to be when this is all over? Or are you going to be the one comfortable and confident because you worked on your game during this time? yeah, and how stressful do you get during uncertain times on the golf course? This is what I want to help you guys with today or now during this time and in the future when we have um, hopefully nothing like this, but like I said, there's going to be times of uncertainty, some times of obstacles, but if we can talk about this now, you will have strategies and tools that will help you later. Okay. So I hope you guys have been thinking, at least, if you guys haven't been practicing, at least been thinking about what you can do to work on your golf game. Okay. I know you might be thinking, well, how do I even golf or think about golf when all this stuff is going on? My parents are freaking out. I have family members here also in the same boat. Why should I even practice when I don't even know when my next tournament's going to be or my next match is going to be? You might be thinking, isn't this the time to just relax and sit back? I can't force anything upon you, but I hope I can help you stay focused and moving forward. So that's my hope and goal for you. If you ask me, am I a little concerned about what's going on? Yes, for sure. But what I do on a daily basis or do sorry, I lost my train of thought. I do my very best on a daily basis to focus on what I can control and what I need to do to help myself and my family to keep going and not just be sitting here and be like, this is scary. Let's just be fearful. No, that's not in our nature. We got to keep moving forward. So right now, I'm focusing on what I can do, like I said, for myself, my family, and for my students. Again, if you are not logged in or your parents aren't logged in on our private Facebook page, please get on that so then you know what exercises or games you can be doing at home to help your golf game. Like I said, I'm working on my business. I showed you our crazy battle board that's taking up our whole living room. And I'm doing my best to show up to be a role model as well, like I'm doing now. If I was down and out, how would you guys feel? And so I got to do my best to stay positive and keep moving forward. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. So let's get into the strategies. How are you guys doing? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are still here and awake. Okay. So I was thinking, okay, have I ever been in this kind of situation before? I have not. I have never been in a situation where I couldn't go to the golf course for a time that we aren't sure. But I have been through a you guys might think this is small and minor, but I'm just trying to find a story to relate to you guys. I was at a tournament. This was years ago in a national event in Delaware, of all places, on the East Coast. And I think we came in kind of late, my parents and I. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm not going to be able to practice before my tournament, which was the next day. And I was like, okay, well, let me think about this. How do I want to play this week? Do I want to just relax today and figure everything out tomorrow? Or do I want to take advantage of just taking the time right now to practice a little bit in the living room of the hotel or the hotel. So I don't know exactly what I did, but I know I remember I had that thought. And I must have taken some, half swings at least and did a little bit of putting, because I don't think we even had time to go to the golf course, or it was so late the golf course must have been closed. But I just knew that, I focused on what I can control. I can, control my golf game in the hotel and my thoughts. I knew that I wanted to play well for the event, so I took out my wedge, made a few swings, and did some putting. That goes to show you that everything, that everything is figure outable. Okay, that's the number one tool that I want you guys to remember, is that, yeah, there's always a way of getting things done. There's not just one way to get things done. There's always multiple ways. Figure that out. Ask your parents if you need help. Ask us. You guys can get our contact information at any time on our website. If you need it now, you can let me know. But just know that everything is figure outable. And as I was writing this, there's actually a book. I heard it's a really good book called Everything is Figure Outable by Marie Forleo. But anyway, random note. But remember, everything is figure outable. There always is a way. There's not just one way to play well or to practice. Okay? Again, the next one, again, because I mentioned this before, is focus on what you, focus on what you want to do and what you can control. I'm going to say that again. Focus on what you want to do and focus on what you can control. So, like I mentioned before, we can't control the golf swing or really your game, because when you start trying to control shots, it just doesn't go well. So just do your best to, like I said, just do your best at that situation. Whenever there were times when I had an obstacle in the way, especially on the golf course, like a tree was in my way, or I don't know, a really tough shot, I did my best to just say, okay, this is a time of learning and experience, or a learning experience. And so that would help me, calm down. And and I just really did my best to focus on what I could or what I could do and what options I had, and pick the best one I thought was at the time and executed. You just can't get nuts out there. Okay? So remember, focus on what you want to do and what you can control. You can't control that past shot. You can't control the golf swing right now. You can't control your club face at this very moment, but you can control your thought of what you can control and what you want to do, and then do your best. Okay? Another situation with this strategy is when you're out on the course and maybe you have trouble with water that you have to hit over, like on a par 3 or any shot really, and and you're like, oh my God, the water's right there. I don't want to go in the water. I don't want to go in the water. Remember, focus on where you want to go. Focus on what you control. You can control your thoughts and really focus on where you want your ball to go rather than where you don't want your ball to go. There's a quote by Tony Robbins, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you've done something like that where you have been on the golf course and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. Where did your ball end up? Mostly probably where you didn't want your ball to go. So this is a reminder of focus where you want your ball to go, and most likely your ball will go there. Okay. All right. Hope that makes sense. All right. The next strategy I have is, I hope you can see this, have a plan. Plan daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Okay? Sometimes I know it's hard to plan, and especially when you have a lot of things going on like golf, school, hang out with friends. It's super hard, but it just makes life so much easier if you can plan. Excuse me. My recommendation is plan as early as you can for tournaments. As I look back when I played in events, especially if they're far away and I couldn't go, like out of state, I would call the golf course and ask them a couple questions. I would ask them, I'm playing, I'm so-and-so, I'm playing in this tournament in a couple weeks or in a month. Usually I would say a week or two would be best to call the pro shop and say, I'm playing in this tournament in a couple weeks. I just want to know the conditions of the golf course. And I don't want you to feel bad. I'm being transparent again, but as always, but if the person that you're talking to sounds like I don't want to say they don't care, but sometimes you might get people that are just like super matter of fact. Don't feel bad. It's going to help your game, so that's all that matters. So ask them, these are some of the things that I would ask them. Are the greens going to be punched during that time? Usually not, but you'd never know. It could, Costa del Sol could be punched at any given time. So call them in advance to see how the conditions are going to be. Some of the nicer courses, how long the rough's going to be. Just asking those kind of questions can help you prepare during that time when you need to practice. So yes, you can't go to that golf course, but you can find golf courses around your area that are similar to those conditions and then practice there. So I remember I was practicing, I had a tournament somewhere in, I want to say, I don't remember, to be honest, but I want to say maybe it was in Riverside, and I knew the conditions were going to be similar to Monarch Beach Resort. So I practiced putting there daily because maybe I just couldn't get over to Riverside on a daily basis, but I would do my very best to find courses that had similar conditions and practice there as much as I could to help me prepare for tournaments. So when I got there, I knew exactly, or not exactly, but I knew the similar conditions, and I wasn't super stressed out, and I didn't go in blindly. Does that make sense? Okay. So plan as early as you can and plan on a daily, weekly, and monthly and yearly basis so you can have the best outcome possible. Okay. Anything else I'm leaving out? I don't think so. Okay. The next one, strategy number 4 is going to be Do the thing that's going to give you the best outcome and opportunity. Do the thing that's going to give you the best outcome and opportunity. Oh, there's a little bit of peanut butter on this one. So that means that when you're on the golf course and when you just aren't hitting your driver well, for example, and everything's just slicing, please do not keep hitting your driver unless that's the only thing that, the only tool you have available. I want to let you know that unfortunately the driver's not going to help you, right? Because you just keep going out and you're going to keep getting penalty strokes if there's out of bounds or there's hazards. But use the club that's going to get you, for example, off the tee, give you the best or the longest distance, but that's going to keep you in place. So if you think your 3-wood's going to do the same thing, don't do that. Or if you know that for sure, please don't take out your 3-wood and look cool. I think you'd look cooler if you just took out your 7-iron, whatever. Like I'm just thinking about a club that's going to keep you in play. Maybe that's the only club that's going to get you as far as you can with the results that you want, and hit that off the tee. Does that make sense? Don't keep hitting something that's not going to help you or give you opportunities, because that's just gonna not give you the results that you want. So make sure you remember that, okay? I'm sure you guys know that, but just a reminder to focus on the things that you can control, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is, again, be grateful during the time of craziness. It could be just thinking about it. It could be writing it down on your scorecard if you're on the golf course, okay? Just writing things down that could be bothering you even helps. But being grateful, again, just helps you stay in the moment. It helps you get clearer on what you have in front of you, just calms you down. And being clear just helps you get through any kind of situation. That's why this is so important, to be grateful for what you got, even when you're shooting a lot. Just knowing in your head, hey, I get to play golf. Some people don't have that privilege, or that, yeah, it is a privilege to play golf. So remember that. That you have your own set of golf clubs. Some people don't have that. And be grateful at that time that you get to play golf, because you'll always remember this time that you couldn't play. And I'm thinking the same thing. Like right now, I wish I could play golf, but I can't. So, but I am now even more grateful that I got to play golf, and that hopefully in the near future, I will get back out there sooner than later. All right, the next one is very important during any crisis on or off the golf course. This is very important. Respond instead of react. That's towards your golf ball, yourself, to anybody. Respond. Think about when the times that you respond. You're calm, you're collected. When you're in the moment and respond to situations in a calm manner, your mind is more clear, and your decision making is clear too. Think about the time, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Think about the time when you've reacted and got mad or upset at a shot, and you kept thinking about it, even walking toward your next ball, and when you had to think about what you needed to do for the next shot, and you're still thinking about your last shot. Did that help you with your decision making? No, your mind probably got cloudy. That's why it's so important to just respond to all situations, no matter what. I was watching a video of my mentor, and he said, okay, I can put this down now. Everyone remembers this one. He remembers the time when he was doing a seminar, and someone in the back of the event was having a seizure, which was really, really sad and scary. And so people started, getting out of their seats, looking up, going over to him. But he had to tell himself, okay, what do I need to do here to help the person in the back who was going through this to stay calm and collected? So he's like, okay, I'm going to tell everyone to get back in their chairs. And he said he had to do it sternly. So then people could respond to him and in a clear matter. Otherwise, if there were a whole bunch of people walking around and the people that needed to go to him couldn't get there clearly because there was chaos. So he had to respond in a clear manner, or he had to be clear or thinking wise to help others be clear. So basically everyone could be clear and to be able to help this gentleman out with the right mindset. Okay, does that make sense? So make sure you respond to people, respond to your golf game, your golf shots, and to yourself in a nice way, in a nice, calm, clear way. So then you can better focus on what you can control. Okay? All right, when you're on the golf course and again, you're freaking out, this is not going to be helpful to you. Complaining, blaming, and making excuses. Okay? Please do not do this. Okay? Just focus on, like I said, what you can control. Everything's going to be okay. But this does not help. Complaining about your round to others, no, that's going to hurt somebody else's game possibly. Blaming yourself or others, oh man, I should have did this, or I should have did that, or oh my God, my mom, it's all her fault because she didn't take me to practice. Or excuses doesn't serve you. If you keep these in your mind when you're on the golf course or during a time of craziness, you're not going to be able to keep a clear mind on what you need to do to help you at that time. So these don't serve you. Okay? At any time, when you're practicing, during group lessons, I hear some of this. So please, maybe you can just say it in your head, but then let it go. Don't keep playing it in your brain. Okay? All right. The next one is going to be sorry, I took like 3. Be transparent to yourself and to others. This could be after your crazy round. As you can probably tell, I don't like saying negative words. To me, that crazy is negative, but just be transparent after your round. We've all had crazy rounds before. I keep losing my train of thought. After your round, don't be shy on telling your coach the 3 things that you need to work, or I'm sorry, the 3 things you did well and the thing that you need to work on, even if it's the same thing. Because that one thing that may be taking you a year or a couple months to get acquired might be the thing that's going to help you your game forever. So what I'm just trying to say is be transparent. Don't be shy to your coach or to your parents. Let us know if you need help in any way. That's what we're here for. We're your coaches. We want you guys to let us know if you need help. We love helping. That's why we are coaches. That's why we are in the golf industry, and we are there for you guys at the time of need. Please don't be afraid of what you need help with. I remember in high school, I had a sports psychologist, basically someone who helps with your mental game. And he would always tell us, just let me know if something's not working. If you don't understand something, because if you keep hiding that, you're not going to be able to overcome the thing that you want to break through or that obstacle. Okay, so please be transparent, be open, and let us know if you need anything because we want to help you. Okay. The next one is master your skills. I know I'm running out of time. So this is very important. This is just a reminder to practice, and practice some more on your golf game and what's needed. Okay? Visualize yourself doing the positioning or the motion that you need in your golf swing. Visualize that over and over and over and see yourself doing that on the range, at home, on the golf course, wherever you need to see it to help you through tough times. Because when you can see it, it's easier for you to do it. A couple of my mentors have said your brain doesn't know the difference between it actually happened or if you just play it in your brain, it thinks that you've done it. So the more you play things in your head, the easier and faster you can accomplish what you want and get over that obstacle of not or just to fix your swing or fix your game. Visualize it. I'm gonna quickly do an exercise with you. I know, I'm sorry, I'm almost done actually. I can't believe I went over. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna do an exercise real quick with you guys. I think some of you guys have done this before. Now I can't find my notes. Hold on, sorry. Because I don't want to get it wrong, but now I can't even find it, and I really want to do it. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Okay, so I have to stand up. Sorry, my shirt's coming out. Okay, so, okay, I hope I do this correctly. Okay, so, okay. I'm like, try not to freak out because I know we're running out of time and I just want to make sure I do this correctly. So I need to focus on what I can control, right? Okay, so what I want you guys to do is, oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna do this wrong. Okay, I want you guys to, should have wrote the steps down. Okay, so put your right index finger in front of you. I hope everyone's doing this. Make sure you're standing up and doing this. Okay, get up, get up. Just gonna take a second. Okay, so put your finger out in front of you, your index finger, right index finger, and I want you to go turn clockwise as far as you can. So let's do that together. As far as you can go. And remember that point. Okay? And then come back. Did you guys remember that point? Okay, I hope I do this right. Now I want you to just in your mind, close your eyes and visualize yourself doing the same thing. Point your finger out. I mean, you don't have to do it physically, but in your mind, I want you to do that. And now go 25% further than where you went before, just in your mind. Okay? Did everyone do that? Okay. Close your eyes again. Visualize this again. This time I want you to see if you can visualize yourself going all the way around. Doing the same thing, you know, in your mind, pointing the finger out and going all the way around. Okay? All right. Are you all right? Can you hear me now? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. You guys can hear me okay? Can you let me know? I think you guys can. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened, but thank you guys for staying on. I hope this doesn't happen again because we're running out of time. Okay. And the last one, connection. I mean, the last one is connection. All right. How important is connection to you? During both the good and not so good times, we need connection with families, coworkers, friends, even acquaintances. I miss some of the people at work that I didn't really know, but just always said hi to me and gave me hugs, and I miss them and I want to reach out to them. So I want to do that. But especially during tough times, yes, you have yourself, but it's so important to have others nearby. Humans need that. And the more meaningful your connections are, the better the relationship's going to be, right? And when you have a close relationship, you're going to most likely or more likely going to help that person. And guess what? That person's also going to help you. So I know during tough times, it's not easy to reach out to others or say, I need help. But if you think you know um, someone that might need your help, definitely reach out to them if you can. Sometimes it might be hard, but or I know, like I mentioned, it's hard for us to reach out and ask for help, but please do, because people want to help you, and you matter, and um, you're good enough. So during this time of craziness, whether it's on the golf course or not, or after a round, if you need help, call somebody. Or if you think, they need help, call them. I just have a quick story. I just got a nice email and with a gift card from our friends, just saying, "Hey, we're just checking up on you, and here's just a little something during this time." And I'm like, "Holy moly, that is so nice." So just imagine giving help, giving help or giving whatever your friend or family member needs, and also receiving that. Doesn't that feel nice to help other people, and then um, to help others, and what am I trying to say? To help others and for them to help you out, right? When you get that gift of anything, even friendship, I mean, that just is so nice. So just remember that connection is something that we need during times of uncertainty. All right, so let me wrap this up. So we realized that everything is figure outable. There's always a way to get through something, okay? Even through a time like this where we know nothing about this virus and the situation, but we can focus on what we can control and what we want and get that done, okay? Focus on, so that was this, focus, everything is, I'm sorry, everything is figure outable. Focus on what you want. Sorry, my notes are nuts. Focus on what you want, and focus on what you want to do and what you can control, okay? Because that's all you can do. If you start focusing on things you can't control, you're going to be stressed out. You're not going to be able to focus on the task at hand. Have a plan. Create the best plan possible. Yes, there's going to be times when things come up, but you're going to be able to get through it, because there's always a way to get through things. There's always another way, or you can always make it up, or somehow there's always a way. So plan the best you can. Call ahead to golf courses to see what you need to work on, so you don't freak out. Okay, plan. That's going to help you through uncertain times. Focus on the needle movers, the things that are going to help you during practices, that are going to help you get better right away and faster. And focus on, when you're on the golf course, what's going to give you the best results. Okay? Be grateful for what you do have and what you do have control over, because there's so many people that aren't as privileged as you. So be grateful for what you have. That's going to help you stay calm and collected and allow you to focus on what you can control and still be able to have the best round possible. Respond instead of react. This allows you to stay calm and collected and focused on what you can do after. If you react and get upset, you're not going to be able to let it go as fast, and you might still be thinking about it on your next shot, which again, you're not going to be able to be clear on what you can do to hit the best shot possible. These don't help, guys. You can say it in your brain and then let it go and then move on. Let us know what you need help with. Be transparent. Master your skills, so then when you have a tough decision, you know that you can get through it. And stay connected with your friends, please. Any friends, family, anybody, when you need them, they'll be there. When you need them, when you need them, they'll be there. When they need you, you can be there for them. And how nice is it to have real connections? And remember, any connection can be meaningful. You just have to see the magic. Sounds silly, but they're just, connections are so outstanding, and you just never know when they can help you out and when you can help them, and it's just magical, in my opinion. So the thing that I just want you to remember out of all this is focus on what you can control. Everything is figure outable. There's always going to be a way out of crazy times, chaotic rounds. If you can remember some of these things also, that's going to help you out even more. And I think that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today. See you guys all soon. Have a good one.